Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and I have an interesting game for you played by Magnus Carlsen against Levon Aronian. The game was played at Altibox Norway 2018. Carlsen had white pieces and he started with e4, e5 by Aronian, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5. We see Ruy Lopez, knight f6. Aronian goes for this super solid Berlin defense, which has a reputation for solidity and is sometimes called the Berlin Wall. White castles kingside, knight takes e4, rook e1. Another popular alternative is playing d4, which leads to a variation where we see a very quick exchange of queens on d8 square, king e8. Usually this leads to very drawish positions. That's why after knight takes e4, Carlsen chose the line starting with rook e1, avoiding the early exchange of queens. Knight d6, knight takes e5, bishop e7, bishop f1. We see the exchange of knights on e5 square, black castles kingside, d4, bishop f6 and rook e1. Previously in 2016 at World Championship against Karyakin, Carlsen played rook e2 and then after b6 he played rook e1, but in the game after bishop f6 we see rook e1 straight away. Knight f5, black is opening up the pawn's path in order later to develop the light square bishop, and Carlsen is playing d5, grabbing more space. Rook e8, we see the exchange of rooks on e8 square, queen d3, d6, knight d2, bishop g5, knight f3, and we also see the exchange of dark square bishops on c1 square, bishop d7, rook e1, queen d8. White has a space advantage, has more preferable position, and black has some problems finding good squares for his pieces. Queen c4, g6, h3, knight g7, rook e3. The rook can always put pressure on black's camp from the third rank. a5, a4 prevent any possible advancement on the queen side. Knight e8, queen d4, knight g7. Aronian is making waiting moves with his knight. Meanwhile, Carlsen is intensifying the pressure. g4, a very ambitious move. He's taking under control the f5 square, is not allowing any knight f5 moves, and at the same time is grabbing more space. c6, a move after which black's position is somehow losing its solidity. After c6, this pawn on d6 square becomes very vulnerable. c4 was played, knight e8, again another move with the knight, queen f4, king g7, rook b3, rook b8, knight g5 and knight f6. Well, it was better to play queen f6, offer an exchange of queens. If queen d2 then h6, if knight e4 then queen e7. Still black is holding, but after knight g5, knight f6 was played. Rook f3, and already black is facing serious problems. Of course, instead of playing rook f3, queen takes d6 is also playable. If c takes d5, then rook f3 with a deadly knight takes f7 threat followed by g5. Just a random move. If d takes c4, then knight takes f7 followed by g5. But after knight f6, Carlsen played rook f3, which is even more powerful and is creating more problems for black. With little time left on the clock, Aronian made a mistake and played h6. Well, queen e7 could have prolonged the game, though after rook e3, queen d8, queen takes d6. Again, black's position is terrible. Let's go back. After rook f3, h6 was played, and here comes knight e4. And after this knight takes e4 move, here comes queen takes f7 check, king h8, queen takes g6, and Aronian resigned. Now if a move like knight g5, then simply queen takes h6 followed by rook f6. There are some deadly threats, and after queen takes g6, if queen g5, then simply queen takes e4. White has two extra pawns, black king is in danger, and this is going to be an easy win for the world champion. That's why after queen takes g6, Aronian resigned. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, show your support by liking the video, sharing it and subscribing to my channel for more games. Good luck.